pirate's life.
Ahoy there, me hearties! It's I, Pet Foxy, 1989 here, and welcome back to I Wanna Hug That Gator. So, I did a little bit of digging in the little early sessions, and finding out I might pick a wrong decision. So, we may have to go back just a bit where we left off. It's more on the subway. And then I may accidentally skip if did not save in the last part. So, we gotta start back up from here. Let's there's his sunglasses, the beanie. Let's go see what this goes. Really now? Those all sound rather expensive. Yeah, they are. You know what? Try the gold chain necklace. Oh god. The... what? Yeah, just make sure it's appropriately sized so it doesn't look silly. I'm sure it would... I'm sure it would go a long way. And they're pretty cheap too. Buying gold chain necklaces? Are they really that cheap? Bullshit. I'm calling doubts. I kinda hunk of baloney. Well, alright. I'll take your word on it. For it. We sure talk about fashions a lot, though. Is that really all everything's about these days? Depends what kind of style you're into. Oh, of course not. What do you want to know about? What's YOLO mean? Oh, Jesus. I heard that term though around certainly. That was like 5 years ago. Oh. Yeah, those old memes are still out and about. As Mr. Ferris and I talk more about commemorative unbanned slang until we arrive at our stop. Hey. Art. Art is definitely just, for me, it's just relax and just doing something. And I definitely found out, to clarify, in the last couple of videos, I think, I clarified this. That is a capital I. It's Yadikin, not Latikin. Yadikin. So, I can see a little confusion there. You sneaky... Mr. Yadikin had just started talking about our first project for the class. Oh. That's a gator smile. She's happy about something. As soon as he'd said the word, Olivia's hand had shot up. Oh, she's jumping in joy. Her gray eyes sparkled in the extreme excitement, and a smile threatened to crush the perpetual frown etched on her snout. The girl vibrates in her seat as she waves her arm in the air trying to get the teacher's attention. Yadigan owns a smile when he strained as he and Olivia engage in the staring contest with one another. Oh, staring contest. Ooh. I can only marvel as one two argued with each other without a single word. Eventually, Yadikin won by turning off the lights and turning on a cheap projector hanging from the ceiling. They are kind of cheap. They're kind of bad. Those things get broken real easy. And playing a safety video about paint and felt far too graphic for a school setting. Ay. I don't think I'll be able to eat barbecue for a while. Damn. You just made him lost his appetite for barbecue. Barbecue doesn't sound so bad, actually. I want some now. Also defeat, Olivia crossed her arms and plowed in her seat. Ay. And that is why we don't. Oh, is why we won't be using any of the more toxic materials for a projects, Miss Harford. Maybe I should have just skipped breakfast entirely. I still don't see the problem. Once you all have the proper safety handling, of course, in the second semester, you'll be allowed to use oil-based paints. Until that time, however, all the assignments will require safer supplies. Now, since we've applied to this, might as well finish the full video. It's like, Oh, just drinking water. The Grumpy Gator holds a hand to her throat, mumbling to herself as she grabs a metal flask and drink from it. Flask? Okay. My entire display from her was miserably at odds with how Ben and Liz described Olivia. In fact, it kind of reminded me of me. Is everything alright with you, Inko? Something's fishy about it. I can't understand why, after all, Yadkin is letting Ben and I use some of his equipment in photography. You know what I'm saying. That thrill of exploration of new possibilities. No doubt that it would bring a creative sparkle in her eyes. Oh, she's looking dead in the eyes. Eyes are filled with pure marvelous as they glare daggers at my way. Oh. Was that staring? Oops. Hey, man. Eyes on the video, man. You gotta focus. This is all we're talking about here. Before I could offer an apology, she already had her hands on the wheels. Uh-oh, telling the teacher. She rolls up to Yadakin's desk. He leans forward and intently. I can't make out anything that said through the video, but going by the Oscaration glare back is not hard to imagine. Crap. I really didn't mean to offend. Yadikin noticed I'm watching and mentioned for me to come forward. Slowly, I shift out of my seat and approach the desk. Oh man, already in trouble. Alright, there's something going on here. Yadikin speaks in a hushed tone, just loud enough for me to hear over the makeshift matinee. Olivia's telling me you're making goofy faces at her. No, I said he's been staring at me all through class. Ugh. It's weird. Like he's never seen someone like me. Can you move him to a different seat? The grumpy gator. Now hold on a sec there, Olivia. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding. Ah, Mr. Mr. Yadakin. Oh my god, the voice. Oh boy. It's like she's a different person here. Nope, taking a sip. Stay hydrated. She finished out a canteen of water and brings it to her mouth. You're given a lot of leeway with it comes to assignments, but asking for something like this. I just want him to leave me alone. She sips again. What's that about? Well then, Ingo, you tell us. What's on your mind? Can't have this argument between classmates this early in the year. I'm confused. I didn't know there was any agreements between us. Well, sometimes it's the little things you do that you don't even think about that affect people the most. Anything like that comes to mind? I shake my head. Olivia's glare doesn't diminish away from my view of you. I mean, I've been a bit curious about her since we sit next to each other, and I'm friends with some of her friends. We all sat together at lunch yesterday. Yadikin nods to himself thoughtfully. Sounds like he just wants to hang out, Olivia. Her face scrunches at the mere thoughts. Ugh. Not really interested. Damn, that's cold. He's distracting me from classwork. I want to watch the video without being guarded at. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Does that resolve the issue for you, Olivia? No, I don't want somebody in my class. No, I don't want somebody in this class. Damn, she's cold. Taking a sip. Oh. She goes and take another sip, but in the end turning this curtain upside down. Canteen upside down. All out. Grr. Olivia, you can go and fill that up if you want. You won't be missing anything. The video is nothing you don't already know, I'm sure. Olivia's eyes me suspiciously and slowly move out to the door towards the nearest water fountain. Oh, everyone quiet. Yadikin sighs. Alright. Ooh, jazz music going on. He leans back in his chair with his arms resting behind his head. Inko, I told you yesterday if the air needs clearing to do it yourself. Now she's in a mood because you were staring at her like a weirdo. And here I thought you two would get along. She even gave you that sketch she made of you. Truthfully, I'm impressed. But here we are. What's going on, big guy? Again, sorry. It's been pretty busy few days. Yeah, I've gotten into a school friend. I've gotten into a cool friend group. We're all gotta sit together at lunch. Olivia's there too. She didn't even say much, but I got her a soda. I don't know why she's so upset at me. It's nothing personal, Inko. It's not. She's resistant, especially when she comes to change. If you're at lunch period too, if you're at her lunch period too, I can see why she'd be worried of you. Wary of it. If you don't mind me asking, Mr. Yadikin. Yes? Why is she so open with you? What do you mean? Just now. She spoke more than that conversation than all the other times I've seen her yesterday. I saw that canteen. I figured sometimes to do with her voice, but it's surprising. Her water bottles, the other way around. It's unfortunate, but she just really rarely talks at all. I guess she just really trusted me. I know her since she was a freshman. She seemed to gravitate towards art and how I taught it. Soon enough, I took her under my wing. But she lives with Damien, right? He's at the lunch period table, and she still barely talks to him. Poor kid. Hope he's doing all right. He seems to be all right. But yeah, she's distant to anyone else. So much I kept hearing weird things about her. Yadikin leans forward. Yadikin leans forward in his chair, suddenly attentive. Is this about you gossiping with Ben yesterday? A bit. He showed up to the table and said something about her being the same after she left. Probably some drama there, but I don't know. But I don't want to pry. He nods. But also, Liz told me some weird things too. He stops and nods. He stops nodding. I know her. Is something wrong? No. She just said I wouldn't get infested in being her friend. Everyone's being real weird. Everyone's being real weird about it. So I was curious for myself. That's why I was so looking at her weirdly. Weird. Sorry. Yadigan rubbed his temples. Ay. It's worse than I thought. What is? I put it in this way. You've met 3 people that know Olivia, other than me. Of the 3, only one thinks highly of her, and the other 2 starts unloading drama on anyone willing to listen. In this case, you. No wonder you're so confused. I didn't thought of it like that. I don't blame you. You shouldn't be involved in anything stupid. High schoolers, I guess. Yadigan inhales, collecting his thoughts. Important question then. Do you really want to be Olivia's friend? Huh? I mean, I guess. A judging eyebrow is raised by my way. That stare. Good grief. Are you really? Or just curious about her? He seems pretty serious about this. Yes, then. Olivia returns to class and rolls right back to the desk. Back. Have you changed his desk yet? Yadigan nudges his head towards me, expectantly prodding me on. Sorry, Olivia, I'm sorry that I distracted you during class, Olivia. She looks to Yadigan and gets a similar nod. Sure. I mean, you're welcome. Thanks. Shit. But, no, really. I don't want to be distracted. Come on now, Olivia. At least you could do this, gave him another chance. You never knew. I don't really want to know. I get he's, friends with Damien, but I don't really want to, not in this class. But I like to be your friend. She stops and raises an eyebrow. A lot of those going around recently. There's a lot of eyebrow raising, like the John Cena, not John Cena, the Rock. Clarify, the Rock do the whole eyebrow thing. Oh man, the memes are real. Oh, did I skip? Okay. Like she was expecting this response. She looks at Yadigan for help. Actually, Olivia, I also think he'll make a good friend for you. Oh. What? His words were like a battering ram. I'm simply saying to give him Iko another chance. I could almost see the imaginary bulwark she had behind slowly crumbling from what Yatkin was saying. So you are both quite similar at heart, though you may have a different method. Perhaps you'll find some compromise behind charisma and kindness and naivety if you work together. Finding the last fragments of her imaginary fortress collapses. Olivia can only look at the art teacher with dim confusion painted across her features. Well, I don't. Are you for real, Mr. Yatkin? I am. I am. He's actually another. He's in my other class of mine. I've seen him. He's passionate about his camera, like you were with your brush. I do expect great things from him. Oh, okay. Sorry. Really thought, oh. Oops, she actually bit her tongue. Ooh. Ooh. That hurt. Her mouth is champed shut. Oh. The face. It's just my opinion. You can make your own choices, Olivia. She nods furiously. Oops, movie's about to end. Oops, the movie's about to end. You two should get back to your seats. We good here? Olivia side her eyes at me again and nods once more. Alright. He mentions for us to skedaddle. He motions for us to like, come on, shoot, get out of here. Olivia backs away from her spot. Thanks, Mr. Yatkin. For what? I just give you opinion. I'm serious. It's up to the two of you if you want to be friends. Don't screw it up. He waves me off again and gets up and flips the lights. What? Woo. What was that about? I get back to my seat and stare assembly at the project screen as I discuss Yatkin's words. He said only gave his opinion, but it seems like he also gave me an opportunity to take the right steps to connecting with Olivia. And with what he said about her being passionate with the brush, it got me even more curious about her artistic prowess. Speaking of whom, I noticed that she's also really giving me a side eye. I don't think she can see me. I don't think she can see my eyes due to the dim lighting combined with my shades. She stares at me with a sense of staged curiosity, almost as she was trying to get a read off of me from my face alone. But what I can tell by her facial clues, she seems confused and almost shaken up. It's like she wants to say something, but keeps backing away from at the least second. Guess her mind is also jostling around from Yatkin's words. Ooh, there's a light. Cheetor flicks the light switch, and I feel like my restraints burn from my bright lamp, bright lamp lights, even with my sunglasses. All right. Normally in your first week, I doing something simple like a color swatch wheel. However, I think you all could manage something a bit more offensive. The Gator Girl's head went around the word offen- offensive? 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 Whatever Olivia was thinking before regaining me seems to be forgotten, as she focused almost entirely on the teacher. Mr. Yadikin holds up a stack of paper for us to see. First, first things first. I like, I like for all of, I like you all to fill out these topic sheets, so that I know you understand how to safely handle oil-based paints. Lastly, we need another burnt-down classroom. Wait, what? Wait, hold the phone. Somebody burn. Oh my! What kind of oil-based paints were you using? Are you using like flammable? Do they still do that? Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. Let me just. Okay. The way Yadikin says those words makes me imagine some pretty horrible outcomes. Once you finish, once you finish your sheets, bring them to me so I can review them. I'll be giving you a permission sheet after I know you lot. I know you lot won't set yourselves on fire or poison yourselves. What? I have questions about this school. Yadi. The offshore guy in front of me hands back the stack, and I take a page from it before handling the rest of the little girl behind me. My eyes scan over the sheet. What what grade of mass do snout longer than 3 inches require? And a realization hits me. I didn't see the first half of the video. You... Oh, well, you're screwed. My eyes scan over the page and I've grown when I see questions I have no answers for. For them pretending to dinosaur entity. The art teacher looks directly at me and then to the side. I try to describe his meaning, follow his eyes. Oh. Turn my seat. I turn my seat and lean closer to Lydia. Hey, what? What now? What? What is it? I'm not gonna let you draw me. Wait, what? What the hell? Looking at her paper, I see she's already answered the questions I couldn't. I show her my own page, tapping the under sections that was skill blank. Olivia groans and looks at Yadikin's penitently. All she gets up for her trouble is for a thumbs up. Fine. Here. Oh god. She holds out her sheet for me. Wait, is this cheating? The art cheater wouldn't. When I did. When I get. When did he get. When did he. When did he get to his desk? Why does he have a sleeping mask? So, if is he a layback teacher? Hmm. If I look over the answers, I still learn the safety protocols. Oh, wait. Protocol Brookers. So what is the difference in the end? That must be what he's thinking. Either that or he doesn't care. I copied the words from Olivia's sheet, doing my best at least praise them. Some of my classmates are already walking up to the Atticus desk. He's barely reading the pages. Not even taking the sleeping mask off. Thanks, Olivia. Whatever. Olivia finished her page in a few seconds and wheels herself to the desk, too. The last answer I'm fairly confident on. Like what flashpoint means. Excuse me. What's this? I get up and go to the Atticus desk and set my safety assignment down. Good. Here are your permission slips to use hazard paints. He didn't even bother to look over my worksheet. He lifts the eye mask from his face and looks at me with one eye. What? Most of that stuff doesn't apply to you, Inko. Just don't drink the paint or get in your eyes, and you'll be fine. Yes, Mr. Yatkin. Attaboy. Now go back to your desk and wait for the class to end. Tomorrow we'll be starting you all with something simple. Like painting a cube or a ball. Sounds like little fun projects. Yeah. Model dodgeball paint. I should have saw that coming. I didn't saw that coming. I should have, but I didn't. Diamask drops down and I return to my seat. Damn it, Damien. The class clock reads 5 minutes until lunch. Olivia's back to leering at me. I consider what I should do, so say some sort of icebreaker. Mr. Yatkin says we're similar, and I can see some of what he means. But a photographer and she's a painter? So a cubist or Debussy walked into the bar. Have a good lunch now. The moment the bell rings, Olivia shoves most of her things into her backpack, not caring if her notebook gets crushed. Once she sipped up, she raced out to the classroom. Guess she doesn't want to get caught in the chaos of the lunchroom stampede. Nobody wants to be in the stampede. They're crazy, a stampede, I can tell you that. Oh, pardon me, excuse me. I managed to avoid getting stuck in the frenzy by shuffling along with the walls of the long way around to the lunchroom. It's a bit longer, but at least there's risk in getting used to and improve approved meat cube. Hey, why don't I just go in through the courtyard? It's right there next to the table. Damn it. Next time. Hey, there's the palm. Hey, hey. Is there a palm tree or something by the table now? Never seen one with a truck that green. Trunk? Bro. I get around at least a few crowds and approach the table. Damien's here, chewing down his sandwich scratch with various meats. And like yesterday, Olivia's already at the table. Hey, Damien. Have you seen Liz? I thought she was joining for us for lunch. Without a word, Damien points at the palm tree next to us. That's not a palm tree. Oh, crap. That's no tree. Looks like I looked up and see Liz heads in the rafters, prodding at some vines on the ceiling. The ceiling was a lot lower in the computer lab, so I couldn't tell as easy, but that neck is long. Anyways. Hey Liz. Oh. Hi Inko. Couldn't see you from up here till I heard you. Well, guess I'll go ahead and get my food from the vending machines again. Making my way over to the vending machines. I do the same song at dance I did last time. A card swipe and a few button press later earned me a couple cans of soda, two bags of chips, and a few candy bars. It's like when the teacher asks if you brought enough candy for everyone, only now it is true. I head back to the table and bundle of food stuff in my makeshift pouch and distributed them. There gets her share, but she doesn't say anything. Ah, sweet! Why thank you, Inko. Damien, if you're so kind. Alright, hold on. Damien cracks open the can of soda just as Liv lowered her head next to him. She wearing a novelty soda cap. Liz, nice hat. That's a good hat. He then speed wraps the old can with a new one, almost like he was swapping wheels on a Formula 1 racer. Thank you. No problem. Liz head crans back up to the top of the ceiling to continue eating the foliage. So, Nico, how's your day been so far? It's been pretty decent, I say. I'm mostly looking forward to photography, since Ben will show me some good photo spots. Cool. Damien just nods as he continues to munch to his sandwich. I think he's zoned out about halfway through the sentence. Oh, also, Liz. Oh, and also, Liz helped me submit some content entry. Awesome. Can always rely on Liz to help you out. Flattering. I will get flattering will get you nowhere, Damien. Just saying. Just saying the honest truth. Liz entered the contest too, right? Everyone must be trying to win the cash prize. The money's... Okay. Oh. Come on, that's a good... Liz comes down again with a mouthful of leaves. Her hands hold up to stray with each segment filled with different sauces. Sauce? But in real prize is having your submission featured on the sponsors, magazines, covers, and in the featured articles. How is that? How is she still articulate? Articulate. Do you have any idea how great? Do you have any? How? Do you have any idea how great that looks on a resume? Resume? Heck, I can probably get a scholarship with that alone. Whoa, you really got all this planned out. What have you submitted? She takes a moment to swallow her salad and then shares the huge grin. I submitted my best digital art piece. Ooh. What is it? Here. The straight is set aside so she can bring out her phone to show Damien and me her entry. It looks to be a village torn house piece. Very realistic and classy. It looks pretty good. Yo, that's so cool. That looks so realistic. Thanks. Took me about a week to really blend some of the more fanciful elements into each other. I based it off my grandfather's home from the old country. This is amazing. This is amazing. You can't even tell what this whole thing is digital art at all. Damien grabs a hold of Liz's phone and turns towards Olivia. Hey, Olivia. She jumps up, having been suddenly made relevant to the conversation. She was just suspecting. What? I'm not giving these chips back. They're mine. Anyway, this looks... I was just going to show you Liz's entry. Eva narrows her eyes and leans over to see the image on Liz's phone. She then looks up and gave Damien a quiet nod before returning to eating her chips. Damien's smile flatters a little at her minimal response, though he's back to his usual grin as Liz takes back her phone. Oh. Wow, Liz, I didn't know you were into digital painting. It looks great. Do you plan to being an artist after graduation? Aw, thanks. Well, no. I don't plan being an artist, per se. the plan is to be an articulars designer, oh, art, articulars dealer, especially with art. What does that mean? It means she buys the splatter canvases everyone else just use for money. Laundering. Huh. No. No. I'll be there. I'll be the real deal. I'll be the real deal stuff. There's a real market out there for it. So I'm taking the AP business class and using the school's Tabaca's art program. That's actually why I picked this place out. There's a real elite section of graduates from here. Oh, you're the school's treasure too. All right. Sure I am. I'm doing everything to make sure I'm ready for the real deal. I do love painting, though. Well, it's not just an ends of means to a means. It's not just an ends to a mean. Maybe that's why I want to get into trading. I can get the right people at the right art they need. That's very thoughtful. Huh. I should start thinking of my future more. I wonder what Olivia thinks about this. If it even interested her. Damien is just externally nodding his head up and down, and I don't know if he's agreeing with Liz or head gagging to his playing of his food. Tune playing in his head. Uh-oh. Why oh no. Don't. Oh no. The poor gator. I look to the side and see Olivia staring down the chips bag, looking pensive. I guess I'm not the only one that's a bit worried about our long-term plans after school compared to Liz. Yeah, she has everything all planned. That woman knows what she's doing. Holy shit, she's good. But we got the whole year still. What about you, Damien? Don't really have a big goal set. Only reason I'm going here is because it's the closest school to our home. Damien, you know I keep telling you about planning ahead. I know. But I like keeping my options open. So what are you doing in school? I just picked out any classes that seem interest to me. Although, I gotta say, economics class is pretty fun. I get to make food in class and eat it too. From learning skills in class like that, you'll be a perfect husband. Yeah. What? I knew I saw it incoming. What? Everybody stared. But to get back on the point, art contest. If I win and get that interview, is an insane advantage, I'll say. By the way, Olivia, Do you submit something for the art contest? Oh. She looks away, slightly defeated. Oh. No. Olivia. Whoa. Jesus, the swoop in this. Really? Oh crap, I might have a chance then. Liz! Hey, Liz. Hey, Liz. That sounds a certain way. Ah, sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Olivia rolls her eyes, merrily goes back to munching her chips. Mr. Yadigan said you were really into painting. And I really like the portrait of me you made. Whoa, she what? Whoa. She suspicious leer is now replaced in a murderous glare. Yep. Lunch is perfect time to eat my feet. What the fuck? I haven't actually seen any of her real work. Only something she's done out of boredom. The lady's eyes closes as she inhales deeply, the air naturally returning to her once she reopens them. Jess. She looks me up and down again, as though something will be different this time. Can't. What do you mean? Besides, even I could. There's gotta be looking for the best artist here. So you gotta show that to them with how good art is. But I don't. But I don't. but I know. but I don't want. But I don't want them to look at me and feel like they have to give me a reward out of pity. Damien's face is frozen mid-bit. His sandwich losing his meat entirely by the second as his eyes flicked between Olivia's and I. Oh. I can practically hear the burying alarm in his head as his brain catches fire trying to connect the dots. I want I want to be a judge for my art and not. Olivia struggles to formulate the next few words and lets out a weary sigh. It wouldn't just feel unserved. How? Yeah, how? Damien, shush. Damien, shush. Has that ever happened before? Do people really do that? You weren't there for it. Or some loser used to even tell me to take advantage of it. Why not? Ooh. That's a struck. Ooh. That was a bad move. See how angry they are? See how Liv and Damien? Liz is just like, here we go. Dude, seriously? Why? Like, nope, I'm out. Why? So I can certainly get reminded of myself. So I can't separate myself from my work. So I can get complete being worse. Compensant being worse. So I can eventually rely on it. So the playing field can be even. That's a lot at once. Not even sure I got all that, but I definitely touched a nerve I shouldn't have. No, sorry. Olivia brushes her hair down. Look, I don't want to get awards and a prize I haven't earned. I'm seriously not not that good. I really wouldn't win. I call that bullshit. She sighs and takes a long sip of soda. Can I see some of your work? No. Man, she really shouldn't put herself down like that. I get it. A lot of the students here are crazy good at art. Some probably better than I ever would be. And they're just getting started. And they're just starting. It's pretty scary to think about it. I mean, like that landscape of the city near by the principal's office. Landscape? Landscape? Hold on, I took a shot of it. It's a bit tough getting my camera out now with all the books I needed for class in the way. I lay out the contents of my backpack, taking my treasure DSLR out at last. After finding the shot in question in the menus, I turned the display towards everyone else so they could see the glamour shot. A freshman made that painting. Just from looking at it, I can see why it won first place. I drew that. Oh. Her name is on it, isn't it? My brain finally makes the connections with the signature on the Munar. That was you? Is it that much a shocker to you? Quite a bit. Yeah, it looks amazing. I mean, it's whatever. Had to have some dumb guide help me out. So it isn't like I wasn't the one who did all that. So when you say you can't enter, it's because you already won once. Yeah, basically. She looks away from us, eating her chips in silence. I heard the expression of being one's worst critic, but I had never seen expect Olivia to kick herself this hard. I'm mentally kicking myself the wrist over just for thinking of the last part. What? Something wrong, Liz? Did she bite her tongue or something? Why is she imitating one of those picture plans right now? Liz? What was the look? Long neck? just surprised to see you in better spirits. It's all. There goes the eyebrow. You're making it weird. Don't make it weird. Yeah, it's been ages, Olivia. To sing a Randy like ink here got you to open up like this just 2 days. He gestures to me. Wait, what? Is it to me? What do you mean? What do you do, man? The girl questions. Oh. That's a... Oh. The girl in question freezes Damien's thoughtless comment having thrust her into self-awareness. Oh, she just leaves. Olivia, wait! She's gone. Well, she did give you a warning. She did give a warning. Yeah. I was just excited she was making good progress. Oh boy. The rest of lunch we've spent trying to talk about Liz's art progress. Damon looked like he was wanted to try to bring Olivia back into the conversation, but no one had any idea where she had gone. Still, a sport of me thinks she wants to talk. So, why doesn't she? Sadly, a question for another time, as Olivia's departure seems to signal the end of lunch. At least Liz and Damien wave goodbye, leaving me to clean up all the trash from the table, including everything I removed from my backpack. Darn it. Photography class comes and goes. Since we're partners, Yadikan gave Ben and I the green light to walk around the campus. Ben shows me around to see a prime photo shots and such as becomes my impromptu tour guide. It's actually pretty neat to see the parts of the school that I haven't explored yet until now. Places like the music hall and receptional pool were you most interested to see. Certainly at the courtyard, Ben points out the view and outer landscapes around the school. No wonder why Ben was eager to show me. These views are impeccable. The music is quite good. But while he's explaining the image he has in his head, my mind still wanders back to Olivia. I wonder what I did to make her express herself so much. Inko? Inko! Huh? I was asking if you'd be able to sometime during this weekend to take photos. Oh, I'm free on Saturday. Excellent. We can meet up back here. Sounds good. As we head back to class, I begin to think if there's something I can do in history class. Back in history class, Miss Prockley continues pattering on about. And after the final offense that left the entire city of Trippin destroyed, the Catherine Medrimony was defeated, bringing an end to their crimes against both Dino and humankind. With that, the Dino-Human War came to an end with peace and finally in Claire after 10 years of strife. Of course, there was the matter of a rebuilding and dousing all those fires until fires still burning, as well as what to do with those bodies and yawn. I should probably care more about Proctor's lecture, since history has extremely strong critical connections. But man, is it boring? Oy, oy. Ahead of me, Olivia has returned to her defeated soul and defeated room. She's not glaring back at me, so she's probably over whatever that was. Or still she doesn't know I'm here. Boy, will that be entertaining to see. Bro. Assuming I don't end up with a mechanical pencil jammed though in lens. Some other students are similarly bored, only occasionally marking down something, whatever it sounds like. It'll be on a review sheet at the end of the week. There is, of course, no more notes passing today. Ms. Proctor's affection yesterday must still be on their minds. There won't be any more changes given, and even though she doesn't seem threatening on her own, the conventions would be there, especially if she can call Solly over like her own personal enforcer. Jeez, the way he threw that daughter on the second story floor. Holy shit. Wait, did I skip something? Okay, no. There's simply no getting around it. This is just a period we'll all have to sit through. And there isn't even any solitary to be had in our shared misery. The simple reality of high school history class. And only saving grade it's that she isn't stalking around in the room looking for us to do something wrong. Instead, we're being lectured at. My hand mechanically copies down whatever she written on the board. And while I should also be paying attention to what Miss Proctor is saying, more than certain that we'll be reading the exact same thing from our heavy textbook. So many eyes wandering away from her and the board to scan over my peers, all equal as board ran figuring interest. Eventually, there's a bit of movement ahead of me. What she's up to now. Lydia folds a sheet of notebook paper and back and forth, skillfully cheating a cheap curtsy. Then she licks. Then she licks her finger and runs along with the crease of gently pulls. The paper rips along the seam slightly. Oh, is she really risking it? What she even got to gain? It's just a note-passing game. Maybe she feels Maybe she feels bad because she got caught yesterday. Oh boy. Leia passed the note to herself. The student next to her raised an eyebrow, but surprisingly takes the note and immediately passes it on without looking at. One by one, classmates passed the note along to the next. Nobody dares open the note and write something in. Oh, they're too scared for the last time. They know. I surprisingly keep track of the note and certain in the corner of my eye as it makes its certainty around to the room. Thankfully, Miss Prockley's eyes were focused on the board when I feel a tap on my shoulder. Oh boy, it reached to you. I reach for my ear if as, as if you go give it a scratch, and the folded page is pushed into my weaning fingers and against my ear. I feel an edge, a grin against my earlobe lobe. If I chew my lips to keep the hiss pain contains. Probably unfortunate, unintentional, but a paper cut still stings bad, especially on such a fleshy part. Ooh, paper cuts are not fun. My fingers toyed with the bundle of paper now at my desk. No one else had bothered with it. I wouldn't exactly call it an empty canvas, but there's could be potential here. There's a crumpling noises beneath my fingertips. Must unfold it while I was thinking. Looking at the solar doodle on the sheet, I see a pretty simple rat drawing with a very realistic hand next to it to giving a thumbs up. There's plenty of space this time, and Miss Prockley is pursued at the front. I doubt she even noticed. The temptation is here, making my fingers itch. I finally get a real chance to do something fun in this sleep including class. In fact, I've got a perfect idea to mind that catch Olivia's attention. If that doesn't ruin everything, that is. She's not uncompassionate, but Miss Prockley has a lot less tolerance for horseplay in her class. We probably wouldn't get another chance. And going by the Coach Sully's once chance, policy and how these guys aren't even concerning playing along. I bet it really wouldn't be pretty. It kind of makes me concerned for Olivia. I could just hold on to the note and give it back after class. Heck, Olivia would never even know. I don't think she even knows I'm in this class. Oh. Let's see. We're going. Draw the Gator Girl on the half pipe. Hold on to the sheet till after class. We're risking it. What life without a bit of risk? I wait for Prockley to start a new target to make sure I have enough time. She just says something about the single contained moment. time to move. It's going to be basically a stick. This is going to be a basic stick figure, but it's just a doodle. If only you could doodle a photograph. I'm not sure what I mean by that. Also, don't know how to draw a wheelchair. In the end, it looks more like a basic description of a bow-legged, bow-legged T-Rex than what I wanted. Oops. I never had... It'll have to do. Oops, it'll have to do. I checked it over one last time as if I had the composition to prove it. Ah well. I pass the note forward. Careful to not notify the teacher. David takes the note over her shoulder once more and not... Why is that loading? That was weird. The loading thing. Okay. Once we're not checking it. She seems to deflate a bit once opening the note. Probably because of all the blank space. Doesn't look like she recognized whatever I did either. Maybe I should have talked about it with her after class. I don't know. Seems like an okay thing to do. She just passed the note again. What? Once more. The progress of students taking the note and passing it along without looking at it. Although this time it's a little more completely annoyed. It probably won't go around again. Why the heck Olivia would send the note around again? Nobody's going to change their mind and draw something now. Is it this description? Thoughtfulness. Whatever it is, the note is coming my way again. Once I take it, I confirm that yes, once again, nobody else wrote it again. Wrote anything. However, there's a new doodle of a rat of a formator for Olivia. Cute. Alright. Guess this time I'll draw. How about adding myself to the sketch of the half pipe? Oh god. This time I just display myself as a stick figure. No trying to go outside my skill level for a note passing game. It's simple enough to do. I even include my sunglasses. Yeah, I'm liking this. You and your sunglasses. I wear a mask, god damn it. Maybe I should also make sure Miss Proctor isn't looking at my way. Oh, paying attention? Yep, she's not right now. I'm in luck. Alright, time to pass it on. I pass the note forward once more. Olivia pinch. Oh. Got something in my eye. Olivia pinched the note between the fingers, still looking at back. I keep saying that, but I guess it's not weird. Why would you look back in the situation? She checks the note and looks a bit down again. She glances up to the corner I draw in. Oh Jesus! That face! What the hell? I nearly fall out of my seat from the sudden loud noise. There's almost a unwavering silence before a voice speaks up. Miss Halford? The girl in question shrinks in her seat in embarrassment. Sorry, Miss Broccoli, I saw a spider. I saw a spider. Miss Broccoli sighs, muttering to herself and turning back to attention back to writing more notes on the board. She turns her head back slowly, just enough to be able to make my eye contact with me. While she eyes me in judging concept and curiously, I see her hand is tenderly massaging the tip of her tail. Looking at the floor, I think she managed to chip the aluminum. As soon as Progley turns around and continues teaching, Lydia scribbled something down. She turns to look at me once more, hesitating. Then she flicks the note in my destination. It completely misses me. I tried to catch it in midair but end up slamming my face into the desk to get it. Mr. Nito, what was that noise? Mr. Nito, what was that noise? I palmed the note into my sleeve and strained to keep my injured eye open. The teacher probably meant my foot stomping. I found the spider. I found that spider, Miss Broccoli. The teacher grimaced. That better clean up by the end of class then, Mr. Nito. Yes, ma'am. She saw a spider and he caught the spider. I breathed a sigh of relief. My excuse withered Miss Prockling's stare. She turns a few pages in the textbook, laying on her desk, instructing the class to the same as the searches for something. She's distracted. I can finally see what Olivia drew. There's now a surprisingly detailed doodle ball whistling towards my stick figure's head. I want to be upset, but I find myself admiring her motion lines. Seriously, she should be an animator. I like to see that. I like to see that she drew him with a dodgeball in the face animation. I would love to see that. Oh, hold on. Seriously, she'd be an animator right here. I mull over what to add and settle on giving the large red sunglasses as well. A few seconds later, he looks twice as cool as before. I look up to Olivia, pondering how to get it back to her when a sinister idea comes to mind. Her hood hangs open as the rest of her on her back. It's a tough shot, but bingo. Lydia scratches at the back of her neck and finds the note. She looks back with squint eyes and judging my intent, scanning me for foul play. Her mouth something at me. A question, I think, but I'm not the most intimate reader, especially when said lips are 3 as long as humans. So she unfolded the page, and a second later, she already added a new sketch to unfold it up. The note lands neatly on my desk this time, and inspected the latest edition. More rats doing fiddle non-rat artifice. I wonder what she thinks of the cat this time. I continue passing the sheet back and forth, adding new sketches and adding to others. My fingers are starting to tire them. Miss Prockley addressed Olivia. Alright, Miss Halford, you may leave now. Everyone else, you may take the last 5 minutes to start your own homework. Olivia takes her time to pack away her supplies and especially glancing my way. Gone of it has now become a plain confusion. As if I wouldn't play a doodle game thing with her. Even as she wheels out of the room, I notice her eyes still on me. I gave her a wave goodbye, and she seemed shocked by that, turning her head and finally passing through the doorway. Right then, homework. Ah, crap. It only now occurs to me here's a pretty good reason why teacher doesn't want us slacking off during class. For the last 5 minutes, I was trying to read the second chapter of the intently, failing to get any good information to use for today's homework. I resolved to just check online for a lecture that's not as boring. Maybe one with good animation even. When the rest of us are finally exhausted, I realize that I've still got the page full of doodles. Considering all the stuff on it, I feel like a waste. It feels like a waste of just toss it away. I decided to keep it, slipping into one of my binders, extra plastic sheaths. With everything safely packed away, I shoulder my backpack and exit the room. A lot of progress of talking to Olivia and playing sketch doodles with the Gator. Man, now I get why Olivia gets to leave some class early. The halls are so packed and chaotic once class ends. I always ended up being pushed around by orderly students headed toward their next classes. Once school ends, it's even worse. Once school ends even worse than I saw it yesterday. It was something else. The world riptide comes to mind. I ended up just waiting around for a few minutes for the flow dice down. It's looking like that just going to be my routine now. I passed by a few more art displays on my way to the stairs back down to the first floor. This isn't the art wing, but there's still a bunch of display up. Maybe there simply isn't enough space. Something presses into my chest and launches me to the stop. Oh, it's Olivia. It's Olivia holding an arm out to stop me. She's still staring up at me as though less suspiciously. Her jaw is open, but no sound comes out. Oop. She realizes her hand is still out and it reacts awkwardly, intentionally darting between her hoodie pocket and her armrest. This is especially something. Oh, it's a note, maybe. Hey, you could have told me. Huh? That you were in Miss Broccoli's classroom? You were in Broccoli's class too? You could have mentioned it, that. Sorry. I guess I was sort of aiming for a bit of a dramatic reveal there. She brushes her hair aside. Well, whatever. Later, I guess. Why did you stop me out here? She stops her chair and she stops her chair mid-turn, with gray eyes contemplating the dirty floor. No response. I don't really get you. Libby's eyes turns back to me, and now I can see the nervousness in her pupils. Why do you care? Why indeed? Well, guess my main reason is I want to be friends. With me, though? Sure. Oh, the look. Those tiny mentions in which I saw the Gator girl hyperterminate comes to mind, and I can't help but smile. Those small shows of just genuine feelings. I think Mr. Yatkin was right, honestly. Olivia hums in disagreement, finally turning away. Ah, crap, maybe that was too forward of me. I swing my back around so I can reach inside it. I still have the note. Note? What? What? With the doodles? From class? From class, right? Why? Just figure if you want it. It was just filling it out at all. Just I'm about to pull out the binder, and the Gator girl looks back at me and shakes her head. It's just doodles. You can just throw it. You can just throw it out. Keep it. If it's so important. For the brief second, I swore I saw her mouth form a tiny smile. But now she's back looking naturally at that. Huh. I didn't know school has an elevator. Why don't more people use it? She flashes a key from her pocket. Oh. So it's part of her architecture makes sense. By now, the hallways have cleared up a bit. The elevator arrives and Olivia rolls in. She moves her arms and pushes the button and jams the key in some slot. What's the look for? You coming? Oh. I slide in beside Olivia just before the door closes. It's probably safe to catch your foot in and just reopen. But man, this thing is anemic. There's an expression clearly Leslie plastered above the door from this side. It's converted in coffee stains and other signs of age. Is Is this thing really safe? Olivia shrugs. What's the worst can happen? She said the word. Her legs break? This Gator, I swear. She eyes me with a smirk. This may be a mistake. Like a chunk. My heart drops as the space around me seems to drop for a split second. The sound of the worn-out elevator machinist fills the compressed space. It's a silence. How slow is this thing? I look over to Olivia. She uses this thing daily. Surely it's normally runs smoother. Her mouth hangs slightly open in the amused grin, watching my sudden onset claustrophobia. Relax, dude. This is normal. Alright, this is normal. This thing's just jostling around like it's going to drop us at any second. It's completely normal. When we reach out the bottom, the door clung open and I precariously fall out. Olivia casually rolls from behind. Somehow I sensed it was a degree of surprisability. Anyway, see you later? Oh, yeah, see ya. Olivia rounds a corner and I'm left on my lonesome. My sense returned to me, and I start making my way to the metro station. As I make a journey home, it strikes me how much progress I have made with Olivia. It's definitely still in its awkward phase, but I can see what she's opening up with little by little. And it's starting to become more. It's starting to become assuming, seeing her get confused by my friendly gestures. And all in all, I got pretty good feelings about this. Liz and Ben sure were overreacting, though. I'll be sure to tell them all about it. A week into September has come and gone, and I'm finally feeling acclimated to stay home on. Things have been going pretty smooth lately, if I do say so myself. Over the past week so far, I've been getting more and more used to my new friends. Learning new quirks of them daily over lunch and in our classes. Like Olivia's penchant for tail whips. Okay, you know what? I am gonna call it right there. Because I'm getting a little warm up in here and I'm starting a little tired and I need to get all this off and go rest for a bit. And yeah, and hopefully we will continue where we left off in the next episode. But thank you all for watching. If you all like this video, I want to hug the Gator. Make sure you like and subscribe and drink me hearties. Yo ho, savvy.